Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and today we're playing another Total War Warhammer II Battle Replay. I'm in this one. That's right, it's not a community cast, but it's definitely community-oriented. That's right, it's a 2v2. I'm on a team with ShetlandApache, and we're against Turin and ProfPwn. We played a few of these. I'm going to cast two of them for the interest of fairness, and this was very fun. So basically I'm playing Beastman, and he's playing a Skaven, both very sneaky factions, right? So very fun, good DPS, and just a right nuisance, basically. So our plan here was to have Skrulk, because just he can summon units and he can kill stuff so easily. Lebu Bonicus is great for dumpstering lords. I love it, especially because the trend tends to be to bring a lord that is a spellcaster to save yourself money, because we're both playing on half the funds, which means that we have a normal 1v1 funds allowance split between the two of us, you see? And same with the other team. So we can each bring fewer units. So having a spellcaster that is a lord is really useful. So I've done the same. I have Malagor. Malagor, he's basically just going to be summoning Cygors, which is incredibly powerful in this. Incredibly powerful indeed. Also, I have Chaos Warhounds of Poison and Ungor. That's my whole army. Well, my front line at least. ShetlandApache, he's got some Skaven slaves in the front and some Plague Monks. They're all very cheap. Some more slaves on the side. More slaves over there, I believe. Yep, he does. And Skrulk and an Assassin. The Assassin is super useful for that huge debuff of his, the Rival Hide Talisman. If there's a big frontline engagement, boom, minus 44 melee attack for everything. And also, Trophy Heads just really helps us goon those lords, which is super useful, because an army can suffer army losses before they're like friends are out. If you focus down one army, it can suffer army losses. So to be able to just nuke a lord, hit leadership, kill those units, you only have to deal with one opponent. So things like this are super useful. So, also, there's some gutter runners, which is nice. And way over here, this is where things get interesting. Goreherd, 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 Ungorherd, Ungor Raiders, Ungorherd, more Poison Warhounds, and 2 Death Runners. So we were worried. We were worried about things like Dragon Princes just killing all of this. So yeah, sunder their armor, and all of these units are just going to kill it. Just kill anything like that comes at them, which is hilarious. Also, over here, you can see the rest of their armies. So way in the back, a couple of Illyrian Reavers, very useful. And Loath and Seaguard, nice to have those kind of hybrid infantry with such small funds. It's very interesting. Teclis, you know, net, he's got Firing Convocation, which is good against Skaven and Beastmen, both quite low armor, especially with low funds. You can't really afford to bring a ton of Bestigors or anything. So, very nice. Enfeebling Foe, Flock of Doom, he's got all the spells, pretty much has. But it's good to have that utility. And a Rune Lord as well. I forget who's playing which. I think Pwn is playing the High Elves here. So there's Ulthar's Raiders. Very, very useful. That Mark of Ulthar, it means the Loath and Seaguard are going to get more damage into those units too, because they debuff your melee, not melee, missile resist, and armor, I believe. Yes, so missile parry, missile resistance, and armor. So it just makes them very good. You know, mark something with that, and everything gets some killing done. Also, all the Dwarf Warriors, they can hold the line very well, and the anti-infantry with the Warriors Dragonfire Pass can be very useful against most Skaven and Beastman troops. Obviously not things like Centaurs, but I couldn't really afford to bring any. So that's a problem. Also, Drangback Slayers, they're going to slow things down, help control the battlefield, and there are some Longbeards with great weapons just in case there was any armoured stuff that need to be taken down. Pwn's army, though, most of it was this Sun Dragon. Yeah, this Sun Dragon is most of the expense. Obviously very scary. They've got some terror, which is super useful in this matchup. So there's a few little tricks being played here. Should be interesting. So we're moving up. We're moving up quite slowly. Come on, Malagor. Come on. In you get. So, it's basically this point we realise, yeah, we're just going to charge in. We're just going to charge in. There's no cavalry nearby. Behind the hill, they couldn't see us, but we wanted to make sure there was no sort of cavalry, but we also wanted to get away from the white line, especially with something terrifying like a Sun Dragon. You know, we don't want to be camping that, so we're going to move in. Here, Chaos Warhounds moving down one flank, and you can see they're trying to react to us. The Illyrian Reavers, they're having to charge in pretty quickly to try and figure something out. But these Skaven slaves, they're going to get caught out. That's fine. It just means the Illyrian Reavers are busy for a little while, so we're happy with that. We are happy indeed. So Teclis running in, and here, there's the first Cygor. So I say first, I only ever summoned one actually. Summoning more than one seemed a bit cheap. So instead I just hit them with the other spell I brought, which is armor piercing. Where's Malagor? Come on. Come on now. Malagor. Malagor. There we go. So he also has, what's it called? Brace Scream, which is good against armor. Over here, though, the Sun Dragon landed. I got him with the Chaos Warhounds, everything surrounding him. Death Runners are catching up, but frankly, 50 armor, Sun Dragon should never land. Ungor Raiders are going to just kill him to pieces. I'm not sure if he saw the Ungor Raiders before he landed. He probably thought he could just land, hit some stuff, and get out of there. But no, he's under so much pressure, and the Poison Warhound's keeping him busy. So there we go, Sun Dragon gone already. Regrowth, but who cares? We're going to keep chasing him. The rest of our army starting to push in. In the front line, though, these Warriors of Dragonfly Pass are going to be a real problem. But some Clan Rats being summoned. Here we can see Brave Scream does tremendous damage to the Loathed Sea Guard. Here, though, Flock of Doom, that's definitely going to help whittle this stuff down. The Illyrian Reavers are trying to stem the flow. Here, they're trying to get charges in. The Dwarf Warriors should be able to hold this stuff for quite some time. And over here you can see the Illyrian Reavers have actually charged in to try and save the dragon. Way too late, so now hounds are going to poison him, and I can shoot him to pieces with all these Ungor Raiders. That is bad. That is bad. Also, I'm pretty sure that Loathed Sea Guard just got almost completely wiped out by a single rock throw from the Cygor. Let's see how many kills he's on. 23 so far, not bad. So here you can see Malagor is in the thick of things. That Rune Lord could have probably fought him, but now with trophy heads, he's sort of a lost cause. Over here, stuff is breaking. The dwarfs are holding out pretty well against this stuff, as you'd expect, but Skrulk and the Assassin are getting some good work done. So the Slayers, they're having to move back to guard Teclis. Ulthar's Rangers are being protected because they're necessary. They are needed. So things are looking a bit grim, so that's more Illyrian Reavers getting broken. But right in here, these Ungor Herd are suffering. You know, the constant charges from the Illyrian Reavers, it's adding up very quickly. Over here, they're totally surrounded. Try and use a Brave Scream on the Warriors of Dragonfly Pass, try and whittle them down a bit, but not happy with the hit. Another rock flying in, and yep, just took out some more of the Loathed Sea Guard. Lovely. Ulthar's Rangers moving in. Ulthar's Raiders, the Rangers, they're moving in. Illyrian Reavers just too injured and too much archer fire. But the Slayers are coming for me, so I need to split these guys up. Because, sure, they might be in melee with one and kill them to bits, but as long as I split these guys up, they can't catch both of them out, and one can be shooting while the other one is taking the damage. So it helps, you know, these guys are both quite cheap, and Dragonback Slayers are expensive. I'm also trying to chase them with the Gore Herd. And Gore Herd, you know, against lightly armoured things, they can get some good work done. So over here, Plague Monks. Death Runners are over here. There we go, Death Runners. So 42 armor on these Dwarf Warriors. It's not going to be great. You know, these Ungor Herd are going to be able to do some good damage. So that's very scary. Over here, though, these Death Runners, they've been hit by a rune, and they're getting shot at by the returning Loathed Sea Guard, which is a problem. Now, I want to check. How many kills? 66 for the Cygor. Not bad. Not bad. So, another Pestilent Breath there, which is lovely. And another rock flying in. Not bad. Not bad. I think that hit a couple of them. And the Hounds are able to continue. So that's rather lovely. Master Rune, Wrath and Ruin again on Death Runners. It's going to whittle them down, and you've got to. You've really got to. Them, along with Plague Monks. Plague Monks are the anti-infantry, and not a lot of armor. Armor piercing, rather. It doesn't matter if the armor's sundered. They're just, all that damage is going to register, and those long beards just get torn to shreds. The Rune Lord, having to run for it. Dragonback Slayers, I'm shooting at them. They did manage to rout one of the Ungor Raiders, but there's still 42 of them, because these guys are wrapped up on other units, so I get to keep shooting at them. And the Gutter Runners are joining in too. So, fun for all the family. Over here, though, Skrulk and the Assassin, they're fighting Teclis. Not good. Rival Hide Talisman finally been proc, so, yeah, suddenly Teclis is in a lot of trouble. Suddenly a lot of trouble. Same with these Warriors of Dragonfly Pass. So they're getting surrounded by just about everything. Right in the back, there are some dwarfs left, but I think that is army losses for the High Elves. I think High Elves are done. It's just the dwarfs left. It's just Turin with the dwarfs. And over here you can see the Dragonback Slayers getting shot from all sides. Ton of kills though. Almost 160 kills. Lovely. 83 for the Cygor. I was expecting it to be more, honestly. I was expecting it to be more. Oh, 87. But still, they did some good work. I'm happy with how the Cygor did. It really helps soften up some targets for us, and it just lets the rest of your units capitalize. Because if one unit takes suddenly half their health is, you know, removed, they're more likely to run away. And then with a very quick army like Skaven and Beastmen, they can just keep pressing the advantage and hack them as they go, or it just means they can gang up on the next unit. So you're less likely to break because you're fighting less, you're going to be winning the fights. So I think Cygor, pivotal in this one. Summons are seriously overpowered in these kinds of matches, because you can just get to bring so much more when so much of the cost is wrapped up in Lords and Heroes. It's pretty brutal. I mean, imagine having a normal spend where you have to bring 2 Lords. That's expensive. That is very expensive. I mean, some Lords cost like 3 grand on their own, and that's basically half the spend we're allowed in this. So, yeah, when that's so wrapped up, being able to just bring a Cygor as well as an army is super powerful. It is super powerful. So as you can see, my army didn't really get many kills. It didn't seem to get a lot of kills done, you know? A few, around, but it was basically just them working in tandem with the Skaven. Just worked wonders. You can see ShetlandApache's army. Death Runners got a ton of kills. Absolutely wonderful. Slaves, not so much. Wouldn't really expect them to. But yeah, just a surprisingly few amount of kills. The Cygor definitely got the most kills, I think. Well, it's tied between the Cygor and the Death Runners, so definitely useful to have that extra unit. But I'm kind of surprised. I guess there weren't many units to fight anyway. With Pone's army, that one dragon, yeah, that kind of halved the size of his army compared to the cackling necromancer, Turin himself. So that was pretty funny. You can see the dwarves put up a hell of a stand, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Aw, poor dwarfs. So yeah, evil reigns supreme. It's about time, eh, chaps? So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, it was so silly. I love it. This is the same format that Turin's been doing on his 2v2 tournaments, by the way. So if you haven't checked those out yet, be sure to. They're a lot of fun. You see some pretty zany tactics and weird synergies between units. But also, because it's half funds, you can actually follow the action, which I think is probably the best thing about that. You can actually follow it, which is superb. I hate it when it's a full funds 2v2 and you basically can't pay attention to everything because there's like 40 units on each army. It's impossible. So yeah, this is fun. This is a fun format. I'm really enjoying playing it. So yeah, I think that's it. That's it, guys. Go say hi to everybody involved. And yeah, that's it. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.